Hi everyone.
Everybody!
Hi everyone,
Hey.
it's AC and AJ.
It is me, the MA Jaguar, or everyone calls me AJ. My channel will be in the link in the description below. This is AC's video.
Hi everyone. Hello. I've been waiting for this for the last week, and AJ was like, "Oh, may I be in your video?" I'm like, "Sure, why not?"
Yeah, it'd been in the talks back when we did the Q&A a few years, was it 2 years ago or last year?
Probably about a year ago. It'll be 2 years next month.
Oh yeah,
Almost
2 years ago. It was actually my mom's idea. She said, "Hey, you should be a guest on a show one day." I said, "Yeah, it's a good idea." Today's the day where I'm finally a guest on his show. It's an honor to be the first guest on the AC Heine Q&A, AC Wiggle Q&A.
Oh, yes.
I have respect to your YouTube name.
Right, thanks AJ. And everybody, hope you enjoyed my video about the 200 subscribers yesterday, and if you haven't watched yet, please watch it and you'll all enjoy it.
Do it. Watch it. He got 200 subscribers. 100 subscribers in 2 months for him.
Yes. Yeah, thanks
job.
AJ. Thanks everyone.
So we're going to do this into 2 parts because we received so many questions. It was overwhelming, the amount of questions that we received. We received about 30 questions, but some of them were repeat questions. So it was 28 questions, 14 questions for this episode, and then I don't know if it'll be a different episode, but it'll be part 2 of this episode. So if your question isn't answered, it's because it'll be in the next part. So don't worry. So we're going to start with the first question. It's from Laura Payne. She said, "What's your favorite Christmas song and why?" You go first.
Well, Laura, my favorite Christmas song would have to be. I think that I have 2. One is "This Little Baby's Born Again," and the other one is "Prayer for Christmas." Those are my favorite Christmas songs of all time.
I don't think anyone's ever heard of those besides me. It's "Have a Very Merry Christmas" is from the Wiggles, and then
No, "This Little Baby's Born."
oh, "This Little Baby's Born." Oh, sorry, "This Little Baby's Born Again" by the Wiggles
And Ross Wilson.
and Ross Wilson from 2004, and then "Prayer for Christmas" is by Kamal from the 70s.
Yeah.
It's on Spotify and Apple Music, pretty much any music app. And my favorite Christmas song is the Christmas song, which my favorite version it's by Nat King Cole, but there are a lot of other good ones too. That's my favorite. And it's just the reason why it's my favorite is because it is the Christmas song. That's the title, and it's one of my favorites for that reason, and others. Did you have anything else to say before we move on to the next question?
Well, as I just saying, it was written by "Prayer for Christmas" by Kamal. He is, by the way, you probably all don't know who Kamal is, and that's okay.
There's a reason he sucks. That's why he's terrible.
He's kind of joking.
I think we could both sing better than Kamal.
Oh, yes, it's true. Kamal's an Aussie from Australia, by the way, and he's also another Aussie that I like to hear, as one of many others, and the "This Little Baby's Born Again" was written by Eris O'Brien, and Ross. The song "This Little Baby's Born Again" was written by Ross Wilson's friend Eris O'Brien, and also Ross did some writing in that in probably the early 90s, and Ross performed that song on Hey Hey It's Saturday in 1993.
All right, that was it. And also, Christmas song for me, it gets me in the Christmas spirit like most Christmas songs, but this even more so. The chestnuts roasting on open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Some of the best Christmas lyrics ever. And now AC's going to read the next question. Let's see what the next question is.
All right. The question is from Kayla Etheridge and Sabrina Yeager, and they say, "What's your all-time favorite movie?"
And he's already answered this question on another Q&A. He said Angels in the Outfield was, but my favorite would have to be 12 Angry Men from 1957. And I know that a lot of you probably never heard of it because it was before your time, but it's my favorite movie because it's probably the closest thing to a perfect movie ever. Everything was done right, or almost everything was done right. It was executed perfectly, and it's on YouTube for free if you want to watch it. It sounds interesting. It's a courtroom drama, but it's not in a courtroom. It's in one location throughout almost the entire movie, and that's impressive that it kept my attention for it was probably 1 hour and 50 minutes or almost 2 hours. It's impressive. Only one location, just through dialogue and banter, no special effects or anything. My favorite movie of all time. AC wasn't a fan of it though. I don't understand why. He has a weird movie taste. It was in the outfield best movie of all time. It's an interesting favorite movie of all time. I just gotta say that, but that's my favorite movie of all time. Watch it. It's free on YouTube with ads. Do it if it sounds interesting. Now, next question is another one from Kayla Etheridge. Kayla Etheridge asked about 5 questions, I think.
That's right, AJ.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4 questions. Okay. Yes. She said, "What is your favorite thing to do together?" So, what's our favorite thing to do together?
We like to work out at the gym.
That's right. Yeah.
4 days or 3 or 4 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes just more than others, and sometimes we only do 2 days.
That's right. We're about to hit the gym after we film this, so.
Too right about that.
We are.
Getting those wiggly guns pumped up.
That's right. And another thing we like to do together is watch movies. I enjoy doing that, but gym's probably my favorite thing we do together, but movies is a close second. What exercise are you supposed to do?
Lifting weights.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what the heck you're doing. I don't know if you're doing YMCA or what you're doing.
Yeah, just lifting weights.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Now let's see next. Read the next question.
Okay.
I think, did you already read? Wait.
I don't remember either. And then Kayla.
Oh, you skipped a question, but you skipped this question.
Kayla Etheridge also said, "Who was born first?" Well, I was born first.
AC was born first. I told AC it was the nicest thing that anyone could ever do to him. I was generous with letting him be the oldest.
Well, I was born at 3:17 in the morning of September 17th, 2002. And AJ, on the other hand, was born 3:52 a.m. on the same day.
I was. Yeah. I'll never live that one down. Let's see, the next question. Okay, what is the best part of having a twin? Last Kayla Etheridge question. Okay, my favorite part of having a twin is someone that can understand you. AC is probably the person that can understand me the most. He knows when I'm not in a good mood. I know when he's not in a good mood. It's good for someone to understand. It's good to have someone that you can understand each other, not perfectly, but right?
Almost perfectly.
Right. We can understand each other.
Yeah.
And we know when to leave each other alone.
Right.
We do fight here and there, but it's nothing major. It's not.
Don't worry.
We don't fight daily.
Don't worry about us, guys.
Yeah. There may be moments where we hate each other, but usually those don't last long. Those are usually temporary, like maybe an hour or so at most.
Oh, sometimes 10 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Typical sibling things to do. You get annoyed the crap out of each other.
Normal.
That's normal. Do you have anything else to add to it?
Well, he just said, there's like having a sibling could make you laugh, could tell you about stuff.
Make you cry too. Yeah.
Yes, happy cry, sad cry, any kind of feeling.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Now, okay, you can read the next question. Or this question.
All right. Reagan, he's asked, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Well, Reagan, my favorite Christmas movie would have to be The Santa Claus from 1994, featuring the great Tim Allen. And the reason why I like The Santa Claus is because there was a line that Tim Allen said, and Santa Claus was up on the roof, and he said, "Hey you! Hey you! Hey you!"
Yeah. That used to be my favorite, but my favorite would be It's a Wonderful Life from 1946, starring Jimmy Stewart and Donna Reed. It's pretty normal for people to call it their favorite Christmas movie, but it is mine for a lot of reasons. It is the ultimate Christmas movie. If you guys haven't watched it already, check it out. Even if it's not Christmas time, it's still a good movie to watch. It's not one of those movies you can only watch at Christmas time like some other Christmas movies. Like Santa Claus, you can only watch it during Christmas time. this one you could watch any time of the year and you'd get something out of it. And what do you think about It's a Wonderful Life, AC?
Well, I say it's about a 7 or 8 out of 10 for me.
All right. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, it's very good. The script's good. The characters are good. The supporting cast and Jimmy Stewart and Donna Reed, of course, they were all great.
That's right. And now the next question is from Drew Deckard. He said, "What is your favorite state that you've been to so far, and what did you do there to make it your favorite?" My favorite state, probably AC's too, or maybe I'm wrong. I would say favorite state I remember going to was Florida, for sure. Disney World, no question. We've been there a lot. Disney alone makes it my favorite. But also we went to Universal one time, and then we also went to Destin. We've also been to Destin, Florida a few times. A few times.
Well, several times.
Several times, yeah. Whatever. We've been there a lot. Florida, nice weather usually. It does rain, but when it's not rain, it's a lot of nice weather. And that's why it's my favorite state. And there's a lot of things to do in Florida. Is that your answer, or what's your answer?
Well, I was gonna say California, but never been. I only went. We went there when I was about 2, and didn't remember too much about it. But we were supposed to go to California in April, but didn't happen.
Coronavirus killed things.
Yeah, COVID killed it this year. But hopefully we go there in the near future. And
I hope so.
And I go, and my favorite is Florida, like AJ said, and a lot of great things to do in Florida. Destin, we go to the beach and have a lot of fun and lots of sleeping. Disney World.
Disney World, we don't get much sleep.
Well, Disney is fun, but you can't get...
Disney is fun, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
like
we have several questions about Disney that probably will be answered in part 2, but maybe answered in this part. We're already at 12 minutes long, and we're not even through most of the 14. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only through 7 questions. We're now halfway done. It's crazy. Part 1's already 12 minutes. We may even split this into different parts, more than 2 parts, because it's going on for so long. I don't know how long Facebook allows videos to be.
Well,
hopefully 12 minutes will be okay.
We'll play it by ear.
Now, okay, you can read this question. It's another Drew Deckard question.
Well, Drew Deckard also asked, what is your favorite pizza?
And we'll do toppings, and then we'll do restaurants too. 'Cause I think you meant topping, but we'll also answer favorite place to get pizza too.
Well, my favorite topping will have to be sausage and pepperoni for myself.
Of course. Yep. And what's your favorite place to get pizza from?
And, well, my favorite place to get pizza from Drew is probably, it's a hard question to say, but it would have to be either Papa John's or Pizza Inn, everyone.
Okay. Mine would probably either be Rocket Fire Pizza or I forgot the name. There's one, the pizza is similar to Rocket Fire, but it's a chain. It's not a local business. So I can't think of it. Next part, I will tell you what pizza place I'm thinking about. We don't go there that much, but when we've been there, pizza's pretty good. You can customize your own pizza, similar to Rocket Fire. I like that aspect of it.
It's a real beauty, though.
And my favorite topping's mushroom. I don't think I said.
Yeah.
I think I answered mushroom. Hamburger mushroom are my favorites. So, next question.
Oh, yeah?
It is Neely Nyberg. She said, what is your favorite book?
Well, Nene,
yep.
My favorite book will have to be the book about Andy Griffith and Don Knotts, and the Andy and Don book, which features actors Andy Griffith and Don Knotts, which is who the guys who play Sheriff Taylor and Barney Fife off of the Andy Griffith Show, and I had a book for Christmas last year, and I enjoy it.
Who's the author? If they want to read the book, who wrote the book? Who, if you remember?
I don't remember.
Okay, but if you guys are interested, ask us, write in the comments, ask who's the author, and we'll find it. Or you could look it up. You can probably find it.
I will find
But my favorite book, it's a hard one. I've read a lot of books. I'm more reader than AC is, but AC is slowly starting to get into reading a little bit. But besides the Bible, my favorite would probably either be Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And then Book of Basketball by Bill Simmons. It's probably my other favorite sports book, and then my favorite, I don't know, what do you call it? And then my favorite fiction would probably either be one of the Harry Potter books or Series of Unfortunate Events books. But it's hard. It's a hard question. Favorite book. Favorite movie was easier for me, but favorite book is a tough one. Those are some of my favorites, so there you go. And Olivia Looper said, "What is your favorite Christmas tradition?" So, what do you say?
All right. Well, Livy, my favorite Christmas tradition would have to be going to see my great grandmother Christmas Eve, and we have a big old party and just have family over at her house. And it's been that tradition ever since my dad was born, which we were not born. It was like 30 years before we were even born, and it's fun. But this year it didn't happen. But we sang Christmas carols to her, and she loved it, and she was teary because she was like happy tears, like 'cause she was so surprised that we were gonna do Christmas carols, so we want to make a surprise for her, and she loved it, and I hope we do that again in the future.
Yeah, we made the best out of the weird situation. 2020's been an overall negative year for most people, but we just made the best out of it. And that's probably my favorite Christmas tradition too, AC, is going to Mama's house, Grandma Opal, whatever.
Yes.
There you go.
Hey, I'll do that. Hey, real quick,
Okay.
I'll do her great grandmother's voice.
Okay.
Hello.
Spot on if you know who she is, but if you don't know her, take my word for it, it's spot on.
Right.
And then let's see. Okay, you can read the next question. Sarah Womack, I think.
Yes. Sarah Womack said, "Who is the best singer?" Well,
Me.
probably me. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, but
You guys can let
either
us know.
way, it's probably gonna be me.
You guys can let us know. Yeah. But I think I'm a better singer. AC sometimes tends to get off keys at times, but when he's on key, he's good. When he's on key, he's good. That's why I said, well, when you're on key, you're good. I'm giving you a compliment. Come on.
Thanks, but
Okay.
don't say I sing bad.
I didn't say you were bad. I said when you're off key sometimes.
Like when I sing Australian.
Yeah. No, okay.
Okay.
This is two people were asked. Can't speak. Two people in the comments had the same exact question. Shelby Johani and Caleb Duckworth both had the same question, and the question was, "What was your favorite Christmas gift you got this year?"
All right. My favorite gift I got this year was YouTube business cards.
That's right. Yeah.
And I knew it was coming, but I really didn't know when. But Dad and I have been talking about getting business cards for my channel for 2 months, as I've been begging to tell people about my YouTube channel, especially people I've never seen before. I want them to enjoy my videos, and I'm very glad Dad did that for me, and I did. That was my reaction.
Mm-hmm.
I did that whenever I had the business cards, and I went to yesterday we went to Paducah. We went to the gym, McAllister's, and FYE, and
he gave out cards to people there. I've only given out one card. He's killing it. He loves talking to people. He likes talking to people that he doesn't even know. He wants to talk to anybody that's breathing. So that's cool. Sometimes I wish I had that. Let's see.
yeah.
And that was my favorite too. The the YouTube business cards, and we got YouTube shirts with our YouTube names, and then we got a YouTube mask with the name and then the YouTube logo. So that was my favorite as well. And now the next question is from Lorelei Walters. She said, "What is your favorite thing about you, your brother, mom, and dad?" So I'll go first. And I already kind of mentioned this. My favorite thing about AC is that I'm trying to think how to word this, but he
Go ahead,
he's
G.
genuine.
Go.
He's probably the most genuine person I know. When he says something to you, he means it. He's brutally honest at times. So if he says something you don't want to hear, he's just telling you the truth. He's not trying to be rude. He's just saying what comes to his mind. Sometimes it's terrible when he does that, but when he says something really nice, he means it. I really wish I could steal some of the kindness from AC. Can I steal it?
Wishful thinking.
I wish I could.
Wishful thinking.
I wish I could. Yeah, AC makes people happy. I wish I could.
And laugh.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wish we had more ACs in the world. That's what I could say about AC.
There might be one when I'm in heaven. Who knows?
There'll never be another AC Heine. There'll never be
AC?
another AC Heine. No. Serious. My favorite thing about Mum, it said Mum, but
well, was Aussie. I'm Aussie, and people say that call them mothers mum sometimes.
Yeah. And my favorite thing is that she's hardworking. She does all the work around here, but not all the work. She does a lot of the housework, and she gives it her all. She loves us. She puts a lot of effort into this family. She does a lot of things behind the scenes that most people wouldn't know. Me, AC, and Dad be cavemen without her. She does a lot of things around the house. We really depend on her for a lot of things. If something else comes to me, I'll say it. But my favorite thing about my dad, he's great sense of humor. It's not coming to me now, but it's just great sense of humor. He's getting cares for us. AC and I are the perfect parents. They're not perfect, but they're the perfect parents for us. They understand us. They really do love us, even though when they say or do things we don't like. They have good intentions behind it. But man, Dad's great sense of humor. He says some things. So if I ever say something questionable, I probably got it from him. I'm just telling you that. He's a great provider for his family. He works hard. He's a great businessman, and he works hard in different ways than Mom does. Mom's the hardest worker. Dad works hard for his business, and he loves all of his patients. I'm just telling you that. He really does love his patients. He's sometimes not the best to show it, but he really does love his patients, and he loves his workers, and I wish I had some of the same, I don't know how to say it, but I had the same traits as AC and my dad have. And I hate when I can't think of anything else, but if I do think of anything else, I will let you know. AC, do you have anything to add to it? Or what's your favorite thing about me?
Well, my favorite thing about AJ is he's just been helping me with my YouTube channel these recent months and in recent last year, and he's been telling me to do more like OG Wiggles videos particularly, and he wants me to just not make too many more filmographies.
No more 2-hour filmography. That's all I said.
You know why I made 2 hours in about a year?
You just made an hour and a half one.
I made an hour one a few days ago.
No one watches that. If any of you guys watch his hour videos, let me know. And if you do say you do, you're probably lying. Come on.
You're pulling our legs.
That's why I told him to do 20-minute videos or less. And we're already at 24 minutes, so I'm kind of a hypocrite. This is an exception. It's an exception because it's a Q&A.
Yeah. And
people might actually care about what we have to say for this.
Yeah. And I'm gonna do one little thing about Mom and Dad, Mom's like a good baker, and
she's a good baker. She makes she's really good at making sweets,
like chocolate chip muffins. Mm-hmm. She makes cookies occasionally.
What's the cookie brownies? Cookie brownies are good.
Right?
Too.
Yes.
The brownies are good. Yeah, she makes good brownies.
Yes, and
She makes good pies. She makes good cake. Well, my dad makes a really good chocolate cake. And mom and dad tag team red velvet cake this year, and it was pretty good. It turned out nice and showed me why I love red velvet cake.
Dad's good and we were on lockdown early in the year. Dad made us very good breakfast of scrambled eggs,
did.
bacon,
Mhm.
sometimes bacon and sausage.
And he's a good cook.
He makes good breakfast.
I would say dad's a better cook, mom's a better baker. And with those two together, we have plenty of good food around here.
Here in Wiggletown.
Wiggletown.
Yeah.
Okay. And something else I forgot to mention was that I wouldn't be the person I am today without either of those people. Any of these people. AC, mom, dad. Dad really got me into reading books. He basically told me that it's a big mistake if you don't read books. Reading books really... He has a good vocabulary. He has an advanced vocabulary. I don't have that type of vocabulary yet, but I hope to one day when I am middle-aged, as AC would say.
You'll get there.
I hope I make it middle. Well, yeah,
You will.
I hope I make it by middle-aged.
Oh, if you keep eating healthy, you will.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And I think that's it for the question. There's so many other things we could say. We could probably go on a 1-hour video just talking about them, but we're not. We still have other questions, and we have one more question for part 1. It's already at 26 minutes. That's crazy.
Didn't realize it's been that long.
Oh, gosh. If you guys are still watching, we appreciate it. And if you guys haven't already, like and subscribe to both of our channels. If you're still watching this, we're clearly doing something right, so like and subscribe. Like this video and subscribe to both of our channels if you haven't already.
Okay.
Or if you're on YouTube, on Facebook, go to YouTube and subscribe to our channels. And now, last question is from... Okay, you can read this question.
All right,
I
last
forgot.
question for part 1 is from Francie Harp, which I call her Steve Francis.
Steve
but you
Francis,
all
I
know-
came up with that.
Yeah, I didn't come up with those age
Mhm.
years ago.
Former NBA player.
Right, and then she said, "Who's your favorite out of the Harps?"
Oh gosh, it's a hard question.
Well, I think
please don't get offended. Harp is, Harp's a great family, and it's hard to say. It's like picking your favorite book. Like for me, picking out my favorite book. So I'll let AC go first, so I don't.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Francie, I think you're my favorite Harp.
That's what I figured he'd say.
Yeah, you're my favorite, and you just make me laugh all the time when I see you.
It's true. That's very true.
And you're a great singer, by the way.
Oh, she is. Yeah, she has a
And-
great voice.
Yes, and
Way better than both of our voices. I just gotta say.
yes,
Way
that's true.
better.
And
She and her sister are in a band called King Arrows. Her sister Olivia Looper used to be a harp, when she got married.
There's Olivia Count too. That's what.
I think she does.
Okay,
but-
we will count her.
She's a looper now.
She is a looper, but she
Yeah.
was originally a harp.
Yeah,
so I guess we'll count her too.
Yes.
So even with Olivia, you're gonna say Francie.
Yes, and
Okay.
and her and Olivia and her sister Olivia plays the violin in that
Mhm.
band,
She's a
and
pretty good violin player.
yes, and takes violin and teaches children to play violin. Young
Future
children.
generations of violin players.
Yes, maybe
Yeah.
maybe if we ever have children, maybe they could have Olivia Looper as their.
Yeah, if she's still playing violin,
Well, she probably will. Maybe.
and
yeah.
anything's possible.
And their band King Arrows are on Spotify, and they've done 2 songs so far, and have a listen to those songs.
Consider this free press. Consider
Yes.
that. So check out King's Arrows on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. They're on basically any music app, or they're on YouTube as well, I think. If they're not, I apologize. And I think they have a Facebook page as well. So if
Yeah.
you're watching this through Facebook, look up King's Arrows, like them, follow them. You won't be disappointed in their music. And my favorite, I'm just gonna be different from AC. I want to be a copycat of AC, so I'm gonna go with.
You don't have to be.
I'm gonna go with Alex. Alex would probably be my favorite. We love talking about sneakers. We love talking about a bunch of different things. He's one of the most genuine guys I've met, and I really haven't talked to him a lot. It's not like I've talked to him it's not like he's one of my best friends, but it's crazy. It's just he's really. I've only seen him a few times, and when the few times I've seen him, he's acted like we've been close friends for my whole life, and it's really cool.
Ages.
He has a great. I wish I had that trait too, kind of like AC's trait. Make someone feel better about themselves. He does a great job making people feel better about themselves, and that's why I think he's been successful on YouTube so far. I think he has how many thousand subscribers does he have on YouTube?
Well, let me check here real quick.
He's gonna look it up on his phone real quick.
Yeah.
But he has a lot.
He's about
75.1 thousand. I guess we'll show it to the camera.
it's the audience.
Free press, but I don't think he needs it. There it is. Right there. There you go. But Francie and all the other harps are good. Olivia, Michelle, Scott, Ella, Georgia, Logan. All of them are great too.
Yes. In their own way.
In their own ways, that's right. All of them are different people, but we still like them the same. And I think that's it for part 1. I think
Yeah. It's a,
the rest of the questions will be for part 2. If you're still watching at this point, man, what are you doing with your life? That's the first thing I'm saying, but thank you, for real. Thank you, guys. Part 2 will probably be long. I don't know if it'll be longer,
Well,
but 31 minutes
maybe.
already.
yes.
I think we just need to
cut
cut it. So if you want to see part 2, it'll be out in a day or 2,
Yeah.
and we'll see you guys.
Let me say something.
Okay.
Like always.
Just everybody, enjoy part 1, and thank you for all listening, and subscribe to both of our channels. His is Ant-Man Jaguar, and of course mine is Icy Wiggle. And remember, keep growing.
And love everyone always. Is that right?
Yeah, love everyone as always.
Salud.
Salud! See you guys!
Happy Wiggle.
Happy wiggling.
Okay. Part 2 is coming soon.
See you guys.